Good morning, y'all. Welcome to the 4G experience. My name is George and I'll be showing y'all what's going on around here. Now finally the rain has stopped. We have had 3 days of non-stop rain here in Houston, and now I'm gonna come out here and see how the garden's doing. I didn't even bother to try to come out here when it was raining. There's no sense in it. So let's see what all this rain did and see if there's any damage control. So okay, and we'll see how things are making out now. Now supposedly we've already had a last frost for the time being, and I guess the plants realize it too. Look at that. This is my fig tree. She's starting to bloom. Oh, starting to get some new growth here. So as you can see, plenty of new growth all over the place here, so that's a good sign. There is another one. Alright, so that's the fig tree. The guava, I don't think it did too well during the freeze. We had some pretty good hard cold snaps here before the storm. So this guy here looks like it's been doing, it could do better. But look at here. Maybe I spoke too soon. We got some new growth there. This new growth here froze, so I'll probably just whack this down halfway and see if that helps it out any. The kumquat, well, made out okay. Got some freeze damage here, but for the most part it's made it alright. This kumquat didn't give us that much fruit this year. I'll have to look into that, see why it didn't. But the key lime, which is surrounded by these weeds that are doing much better than he is. But as you can see, look at these big old thorns. Well, you gotta be careful with these things, because and they'll get you. But you can see all this new growth on here. So has some leaf damage and stuff, but pretty much made it through our little freeze periods there. Okay, here we go. Leaf miners. I heard that this is a big problem when it comes to citrus. So if you have any suggestions of how I could get rid of these, or do I just, you know, cut off the leaves and hope for the best? But ow, yeah, next time I use gloves and pruners, because these thorns will get you. Okay, let's move on to the garden. Let's see here. Well, the buckets are full of water. If that shows any indication of how much rain we've gotten. The peach tree is blossoming. Look at that. You see that? All over the place. Up here on top as well. Oh, let me get y'all out of the sun here. Or sun, yeah, right. We ain't seen the sunshine in 3 damn days. Isn't that a song? But either way, this is a nice pretty little blossom here. See that? Can you see that? Yeah. Oh, got some new growth here, so that's a good thing. Okay, here's a wheelbarrow full of compost and mulch and stuff like that, so it looks like I got some good compost tea now. I'll use that once it starts drying up a little bit. My onions, and oh man, you come in here and clean all this up. But my onions are doing good. They've made it. I got garlic over here on this side. See my little garlics? They seem to be doing just fine. Guess those little freezes and stuff didn't hurt them too much. Huh. Yep, you see that? That's my onions over there. Got some more garlic here. That's seen better days, but they'll be just fine. More onions along the edges. Now in here in the bed and stuff, I'll be planting tomatoes on this side this year. So I just did a little ring of onions and garlic, try to keep the bugs out. Supposedly it works. I'm not quite sure if it really does or doesn't, but I did it last year, so I'm gonna do it again this year. Here's where I had all my lettuces and kale and broccoli and stuff last year. The 2 banana trees I finally cut down. I was supposed to make a video of that for y'all, but I apologize. It's one of the spur of the moment deals. The freeze got to them pretty good, so you just gotta try to sprout out at one point, but the freeze came in. So I'll just come back and whack it down another foot, and they'll be just fine. It's hard to kill banana tree, I'll tell you that much. So I'll put all that leaf mulch down there, as y'all seen in my past videos. Here, this year, I'm not gonna plant my greens again here. I'm just gonna go ahead and rotate them. Although I do have some volunteers popping up now. Checked out some of my videos last year. They when they bolted, I went ahead and just shook the plant and dropped all the seeds. I got some, I don't know if that's a weed or what, but I got, yeah, it's mostly weeds. I'll come in here and clear it out. Put some of these fawns here just to try to keep the weeds from growing through, but I think I just protected them from the freeze, and now I bet you if I move this out the way, I'll have some pretty huge weeds. I do have a few more lettuces here from they just volunteered. See that? I got another kale there. I'll give these guys here another couple weeks, and then I'll harvest these. And what I'm gonna do here this year, I'm gonna plant corn. Okay, if you remember last year, I tried planting corn on the other side of the garden in my raised beds. This year, I'm not gonna do that because I mean, in them 3 raised beds back there in the back, I'll show you right here in a little bit. I couldn't get anything to grow, you know, so that was pretty much a waste of space. This year, I did add some compost and stuff to it, so hopefully that'll energize it up a little bit. Added my own compost this time, so it wasn't no store-bought deal. So either way, I'm gonna plant corn here. I'm gonna plant 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 rows of corn. I'm gonna have 3 different kinds of corn. One of them is I can't remember the seeds I bought here at the local box store, but 2 of them are corn that my cousin sent me from California. I know, and she lives in Salinas, so you know it's like the perfect growing weather over there. But she sent me, she sees a couple of my videos, and she sent me 2 big Ziploc bags of corn that she grew over there. So I need to ask her what kind they were. That way I know what kind I'm planting. And I'm just going to give it a try. I mean, if anything, then, you know, it don't grow, and, you know, oh well. It is what it is. We have a pretty good growing season here, so if it fails, then I'll have plenty of time to chunk something in the ground right quick and hope for the best. I'm also going to plant up here on top. Okay, the corn's going to go towards the middle. Up here on top, and back here in the back probably, I'm going to plant some, whatchamacallits? Exactly. Some papaya trees and see how they do. Up here is a little drier since everything drains this way. That's why I have the banana trees down here. So the banana trees love the moisture. The papayas, I understand, they kind of like it drier, so I'm gonna plant those up here on top and see how that turns out for me this year. I got another little lettuce over there growing along with a big old pile of mulch. Okay, this one here I am donating to this raised bed. I am donating to a community garden like deal. There's a family that lives next door. They don't have much room for a garden, so I am going to go surprise them and tell them that I got a raised bed for them. And it's a young lady and a daughter. The mother lives there, and a brother, I believe. So I'm gonna donate this raised bed to them, and I have put their little picket sign right there, you know, for their family and stuff. So I thought I'd try to involve the community this year, along with my family. So you know, I hope they come over and get to it. Of course, I'll be providing all the compost and everything. I'll be providing whatever they need. You know, they just have to come over here, put it in the ground, and come take care of it. So and I am going to install a sprinkler, not sprinkler, a drip system this year, so I need to get busy on that too. Either way, here's another raised bed. It's already getting ready. I'm probably going to plant some kale and stuff like that in here. I have 2 different kinds of kale. I got some dinosaur kale. It's a red Russian kale. Can't remember, but either way, when I plant them, I'll take a video and show y'all what I actually got. So here is one of the raised beds last year that didn't produce for me at all. I started off with the 3 sisters method here, with corn, squash, and beans. None of it grew, but as you can see, the onions seem to love it here. Now I did add some compost and other goodies, so blood meal and stuff like that. So the onions seem to be doing just fine here. You see, yeah, they'll be doing just fine. The freeze didn't hurt them much. And okay, here's one of the downfalls of so much rain and stuff. Look at that. Yeah, we got a whole line of ants right here. And as you can see right below the ants here, I planted carrots all along the edge of this bed. Last year I tried growing corn in here too. None of it, I mean, these 3 beds here pretty much produced nothing at all. They produced nothing at all for me, so I was pretty disappointed. This year, like I said, I added some compost, blood meal, and stuff like that. So hopefully that ignited the come on, let's grow something mode. So I have to take care of these ants, so I go get some more borax and sprinkle that on there and try to get rid of them. Another thing I also used was Dawn soap. With I used 2 teaspoons of Dawn soap per gallon of water, and I'll drench it all, and that pretty much dries them out and kill them. But and here, as you go, so see it. Here's my carrots all along the edge, and here in the middle, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows of different kinds of lettuces. So I got my red and purple lettuces. I can't remember the names exactly, but I got different kinds of lettuces in here. You know, it's going different array of colors. So as it grows, hopefully it turns out looking pretty nice. I'll come and thin them out here as I need to, and throw those in salads as well. So either way, so that's that. Over here I got some more garlic. This is my first bed that I planted this late in the season. I got some garlics here. I got another row of this is that salad mix deal that I had from last year, which is growing. Oh. Hey. Sorry about that. Okay, so either way, as you can see here, I got different colors and stuff. This exactly, I don't know what it is, so I don't think I planted that there. I'm gonna yank that out of there. Don't know what that is. I don't see another one like it, so it doesn't belong there. Either way, I got a roll of that there. Here you can see other things that I don't remember what I planted, but I got it written down in there somewhere. Now, I did cover up this stuff during the freeze. So, as you can see here, I believe that's a cilantro. Yeah, that is a cilantro, but some of it did get damaged by the freeze, so I just yanked that out and see what else I could put in there. Now, I believe that's cilantro. Yeah, that's cilantro. Or is that carrots? No, that's cilantro. Or is that cilantro? Uh-huh. Yeah, well, I have to check out my own past video and see what I got growing here. On this side, I did plant some red Russian lettuce. Red, or whatever it's called. Yeah, you see that? I did plant some of that in here on this side. So this is kind of just a whole mixture of stuff. I just had to plant something. I know it was late in the season, but I had to plant something, so that's what I got. Okay, now this is the asparagus bed that I built. If you haven't checked out my past videos, I highly suggest that you do. And I also said these were annuals. They're not annuals, they're perennials. I apologize. If I knew how to edit, I would edit all that out, but I have no clue when it comes. I have no clue to anything when it comes to computers. So I pretty much shoot a video, and if I mess up halfway through the video, then I restart the whole darn freaking thing again. So I really hope everybody out there appreciates my effort of making a video, because it's not as easy as it sounds. Yeah, to be able to go through a whole video without messing up, you know, kind of say something, I guess. Either way, here's asparagus. They seem to do just fine through the light freeze. I got another one there. That one's coming out pretty nice. This one here. Got another one yonder. That one looks a whole lot healthier. Got this one here, which doesn't look too healthy. This one here, but look at that. You see that little stubby right there? I got another one right there. Yeah, so these guys are pretty prolific. They're hard to kill, that's for sure. See that? So, hey, little guy. Easy. Hello, world. Don't eat me yet. Wait a year or two. Okay. So that's that. Here is going to be planting some potatoes here. A few weeks ago. I can't remember where I planted them. I was out here working. I want to say they're in here. Yes. And then me and my nieces and the neighbor's daughter came and we planted some more potatoes. So either way, this is what, if it ain't a potato bin, then it will be. But yeah, I did plant some potatoes in here. Okay, so I got potatoes in here. I'm gonna go get me some cinder blocks so I can get it off the ground and keep the ants from getting in it. Because if you know anything about Houston, Houston sucks when it comes to ants. The ants suck in Houston. There you go. Houston rocks. Go Texans! Woo! Yeah. All right. So either way, so that's that for now. Let's see. Why don't I go ahead and take y'all over here, and we'll see what else we got growing on. Okay, over here is another part of the garden from last year. Has some palm trees growing in pots over here, so they seem to be doing just fine. They're overgrown with weeds. Believe it or not, this is a raised bed. Yeah, I gotta come in here and clean all that out. Here's another raised bed. This is where I had my cantaloupe and squash last year. Squash didn't do too well, but the cantaloupe thrived. They grew on this fence here and just dangled. And you know, the guys that work over there at that company, they loved it because you know, they asked me, and I don't mind sharing. And you know, whenever there's a cantaloupe on that side, and once it ripened, you know, they asked me if it was okay if they picked it. Like, man, please go right on ahead. You know, it's you know, all I did was plant a seed in the ground. So, but they were mindful and kind not to just go ahead and snatch everything. Whenever they saw me out here, you know, they already had like 3 or 4 that were ripened and fell off the vine, and they collected them over there underneath the tree and handed them over to me. So I gave them half of it back and told them to enjoy. So, you know, at least they're respectful enough on that part. Here is a Myers lemon that's being eaten up by something. It's just too early in the season to be being eaten up by something. But either way, we got some new growth here. See that? We got some new growth. So that's a good thing. And oh, look at that. We got some buds. Look at that. Look at that. We might have some lemons this year. We might have some lemons this year. Doo-da, doo-da, doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo. All right. All right, yeah. This right here was eaten up by something. But this was from last year. So this year, I'm going to get in here and I'll probably yank this thing out of this pot because this pot is infested with ants. Yeah, ants everywhere. So if anybody has any suggestion on how to keep the ants out, please let me know, because man, I hate ants. You know, stick your hand in there, you're gardening and stuff, and all of a sudden you're being, man, your hands turn on fire and it sucks. So if you're in the Houston area and you have any suggestions whatsoever, please, I'll try anything. You know, I even do a 3 part study or something to, you know, to see which works better. So if you have any suggestions, please leave me a comment down below. And if you happen to like the video, you know, press the like button. There's a like button somewhere down here, you know, over here, and there's a subscribe thingy over here somewhere, I think. So subscribe to my channel. And this year I got the greenhouse that's going to go up. Finally, we've already ordered a lot of the material, so that'll be trucked in here hopefully soon. I have a whole bunch of plants in here that I'm gonna be repotting and everything. I'll show you how to do that. We got some sago palms back here. We got some prickly pears back there in the back. We have some guavas in here somewhere. We have some date palms in here somewhere. We have just all sorts of stuff that, you know, that needs to be repotted, cleaned up, and this greenhouse is going up. So I'm toying with the aquaponics system this year. I got a brother-in-law that he does aquaponics, and but he has it set up at a different location. But I'm gonna ask him if he could come down here and kind of coach me on and show me how the system works and how to put one together, and then I'll textify it and make it bigger. So here goes the bananas from last year. I'm gonna cut these down because it's pretty much time for them to start growing again. Add some more mulch to it. Here is the compost bins. Yeah, that's my compost, what's left over from last year. This guy here, this loquat, has seen better days, but is going into a bigger pot this year. I'm just going to continue repotting it and repotting it. You know, I already have 2 loquats on the property, so this guy here is pretty much going to just stay in pots. Maybe somebody come by and want it or something. There's my new compost pile, and check that out. Huh? Come on now. Tell me that ain't cool. What is that? I got a banana tree in my compost pile. Check that out, guys. I got a banana tree in my compost pile, and I chopped up all my banana things into tiny little pieces. And look at that. Well, and this is mostly leaves. I haven't added anything special to that. There's my other somewhat leaf mulch pile. I got some baby loquats here that I planted from seed. So I got 3 of them left out of 15 that I planted, but these made it. I had just transplanted them there about a month and a half ago, so they seem to be doing fine. We got some new growth here. Maybe have some worm. Oh, what is that? You see all those little black things? Whatever those are, they go bye-bye. There we go. Those are gone. There's probably some behind this one too. So keep an eye on your plants, guys. Keep an eye on your plants. If you catch them now, there'll be less damage later. Okay. So let's go check it out. Let's go check out the loquats. Okay, this is one of the smaller loquats that I have planted. Last year we didn't get nothing off of this one, but this year it looks like we are. So you see that right there? You see, catch that in the camera. We got a few more up here. I'm gonna do some major pruning on this thing once this fruit ripens and we pick it. I'm gonna cut these 2 off right here. These 2 smaller ones here, they don't need to be there. We'll be just fine with this center one right here. I'll try to see how I could propagate those other 2 so I won't just lose them. But let's go check out the one in front. Now that one's the impressive one. And here we are. Now look at this guy. This guy is loaded. Oh yes it is. Check that out. From top to bottom, all the way around. Now this thing is only like 12 feet tall. And as you can see, the new growth up there on top. I'm gonna get in there and thin it out. Any branches start growing straight up, I'll whack off and I'll thin it out just to get some air circulation in there. But as you can see, this thing is loaded. Now last year we probably had like at the most 30 fruit on this tree. This year, look at that. Little compost, some mulching, and this is what you get. Now last year I said we had about 30 fruit. Well, we ate absolutely 0 because the birds beat us to it, and my dad was pissed. So this year I'm gonna go buy some netting for it. As you can see here. Oh, look at that. This is a nice big fat one right there. See that one? Nice big fat one. Well, as you can see in here in the bottom, I have it pretty thinned out pretty good. So, you know, you got some good air circulation here. We have a good canopy up on top. So look at that. That's a good healthy looking tree right there. Very, very healthy looking tree. So thank you, Jesus. Okay, guys. Well, we got a grapefruit tree on the other side of the property, so let me go ahead and take us over there and see how that looks like. Okay, this is my grapefruit tree. Last year this thing was full of blooms and more full of blooms, and that freeze came, that Arctic blast thing that swept the country and took every single bloom off, so we didn't have not one single fruit last year. But as you can see here, we got some new growth, and again we got leaf miner damage here. So please leave me a comment down below on how I can get rid of these, because it just looks bad. Now I understand that it doesn't affect the fruit at all, but still, I want my trees to look a little healthier than that. Look at that. This thing is being eaten up by leaf miner damage. Look at that. Damn leaf miners. Look at that. Yeah, so I don't see any blossoms yet, so hopefully here within a week or two we'll start noticing them. Let me see if I can get y'all up there higher than I can anyways. See that? Alright. So alright guys, well that's it. If you have any suggestions of the problems I have, or if you see anything that I missed and you'd like to give me a little hint or two, I really would appreciate that. So till next time, that's it.